Hi, welcome to our podcast, Friendly Friends. This is Kyle and Shannon. We're going to be talking about some random shit today. So, how do you feel about Kanye West running for president? What do you think about that?
Just fucking not surprising. The states is a
Well,
joke right now. It's just a joke. Like I don't even know what to expect. It's just next person running for president could be Taylor Swift, and I wouldn't be surprised because I don't fucking know what's going on.
well, he said back in 2016 during one of the award shows he's going to run for president in 2020.
I know. I remember that. I did not think he was serious, but it doesn't make sense. Why would he run so late when there's already like so many states that he can't even get votes from?
Because it's for attention. He just dropped a new single, and he's going to have a new album soon.
Oh, is that why?
Probably, yeah.
I thought he was like, I can't tell if he's genuinely serious. I don't know.
Because every time he has an album to drop, he does something stupid.
Oh my god. That is so ridiculous. I did not realize. That's my dog.
Yeah.
That is so stupid. Do you think it's gonna like fuck with the election like a lot?
Well, there's a couple things that could happen.
What could happen?
No one will pay attention to him and no one votes for him.
Mm-hmm.
Two, he gets some weird protest votes and that does nothing. Three, third, he siphons off votes from Biden and Trump wins again.
Yeah, are you worried that he's going to take a lot of votes away from like Biden?
Most polls show Biden up by 10 to no, because Biden's winning by more than 10 points in most polls. He's 0% in most polls.
Oh, really?
Which Hillary never was.
Wow.
So his lead's a lot more secure than Hillary's.
Wait, by
is.
10 points. Well, how does the point system work? Because I don't think we have something like that up here.
Yeah. Still with Hillary's win. Well, Hillary was the poll showed Hillary winning about 2 percentage points with the popular
He's already winning.
Yeah, with the popular vote. And
so he's already winning by 10%.
What? Well, no one's voted yet, but most of the polls have him up by 10%.
Wow.
In the states he needs to win, he's up by between 3 and 8% to 9. Hillary was always pretty close to most states. She sort of ignored any of the states that have been for the Democrats for the past 40 years.
Wow.
And
yeah. I don't know.
Hillary, yeah. And there's a lot less. And then Trump's more of a known character right now, and everyone can't just say, oh, they're both bad or whatever, with Hillary and Trump.
Oh my god, but I fucking hate them both. They're both the worst options, Biden and Trump. And it's I'm just so sad for you guys. Not that our politicians are any better, but we have more than fucking that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Biden's not that bad.
You don't think so?
No, he's been trying.
What do you like? Okay, what do you like about him then? I need to know because I've only been reading bad things about him.
The only thing, he's been putting an effort since he knows he's gonna win white people. Okay. He's actually putting more effort into racial stuff and actually going after the younger voters and more progressive stances.
No. After that, he probably won't give a fuck.
No one ever does.
Yeah. So do you think he's good in comparison to Trump or just in general?
And you only have 2 choices in America, so it doesn't really matter. You only have 2 choices in America. Either you vote for whoever is the least evil, or you vote for the monster.
I know, but I'm just trying to get on your page. Do you like him in comparison to Trump, or do you just not like him in general?
Oh, I like Biden more than Trump. Trump's a piece of shit.
There's just a lot of conflict around it. It's really
most people's problem with Biden is the things he said before and done, but he'll literally change whatever he needs to do to win. And like, yeah.
But a lot of the things that he's being attacked about are super personal, and I don't think you can just change. You know,
Like,
especially it's not for an election. That's a very superficial reason to change.
That's what American politicians do.
No, I know. I don't care. I'm talking about morals. I'm talking about what's technically right and what's wrong. I understand exactly how the fucking bullshit politics in America work. I don't need that explained to me. I understand. It's very arbitrary. It's bullshit. I get it. Just very, like...
You just accept how it is. You could either keep living like this, where Trump keeps putting judges on the courts if there ever is a more liberal option who actually gets elected and they actually have the votes in Congress to pass things, the judges who will be on the courts for the rest of their lives will just nullify whatever changes that are made.
Okay.
People really don't think about that sort of stuff.
I think, okay, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what to say about that, so.
Yeah, because Mitch McConnell spent the last 2 years of, actually, like most of Obama's presidency, blocking all of his judges and anyone he wanted to appoint to the federal courts. He had like 250 vacancies in the federal court for like at the end of his term. Trump has filled all of them.
That's
Then the fact there was a Supreme Court opening last election and they literally blocked it for a full year, or Trump could put someone in. So because they hoped they were going to win the election, and Trump did win, and they would put someone they want on there. So it's a very
money can buy anything. Apparently, that is so shitty.
Yeah, and the thing is too, they will overturn abortion. Like they're just waiting. Because the Republicans thought they had the states and like Republicans think they had it in the bag. So they're using really shitty arguments, and that's the only reason why the Supreme Court, the main justice Roberts, voted against it because their arguments are really poor.
Yeah. You definitely know more about American politics than me. What I'm going to say to that. I do have a question for you though.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that the success of Alexandria Cortez is going to make a difference?
No, because she's in a liberal, in a super liberal district. She was going to win no matter what.
Okay, but that's not what I asked. I asked, do you think it's going to make a difference?
No, because her district's an outlier. If you look at the median of how conservative and how liberal America is, America is mostly more conservative. There's some outlier districts, and like, I think the last one I saw compared to like general like on the conservative like liberal America, like compared to Obama, I think Obama was like 4% more liberal than the rest of the United States.
That is so strange, because I don't even think about it too. When the lights go out and there's no doubt I should be with I just hate that. I honestly just fucking hate politics. I don't know if I can be good at this conversation actually.
Well, yeah, because like
I just follow my morals. I don't like I follow politics when they're relevant. But I don't sit around and study them, so I don't feel like I have enough input actually on this to be able to help you.
I read a lot of politics. And I can tell who's going to be running for president because we're usually going on the news and taking stands on stuff that don't really matter just to get on the news.
It's all neoliberal fucking centrist bullshit. That's the only thing, is that I thought that Alexandria Cortez was pushing for human rights changes, which is what I'm talking about, but...
in the end, if they don't have the rest of the country on their side...
Well, that's with anything.
Yeah.
But with with the amount of mass support for the like systemic change and like human rights movement, all that bullshit, I think there'd be more people that would rally behind that.
No, they literally hated the civil rights movement. Like, there were polls everyone during the 60s, there was polls taken, and it showed the civil rights movement was very unpopular. And then later,
what do you
after...
mean that people don't like the civil rights movement? I know there's people who don't like it. There's a pretty extreme divide right now.
No, I mean, originally, what people do is they pretend they're for something later.
Okay, but we're not talking about originally what people do. I'm talking about like right now.
Like right now? No, I'm saying based on history, nothing's gonna change.
Okay, well that's... Wow, okay, cool. What are we talking about here?
I'm very cynical. What I'm saying is, like, based on how things go, people don't really, like, and how voting patterns work and how things usually work, things usually don't change. Like, there's been the Black Lives Matter movement was like, didn't really change anything the first time and everyone just forgot about it.
I am going to disagree with you. You know, there is a lot of change, and even though it's going to take a long time to get to a more socialist society, which is the ideal for a lot of left people. I think it is possible. It's going to take longer, especially for a country like the States, which is so fucking deeply rooted in bullshit and bureaucracy. But I think just saying that, well, nothing's ever going to change is kind of just, not really a great way to look at it. But that is just my personal opinion.
Because how it's just how our system is set up. It's made to not change. Because you need 60 votes in the Senate to do anything. And it's going to be very hard for one side to get the 60 votes to actually change anything. Because if you don't have the 60 votes, one person can just filibuster the thing until it dies.
Okay, so then why do you even care about politics then? Why do you research them? Why do you read about it? Why do you talk about it if nothing is ever going to change and you don't care?
Oh, I haven't been reading about it in like years. I pretty much haven't read any of it since Bernie dropped out.
You have, though. You have read about it because you know all this current information about it, so you are reading about it.
No, I stopped reading about it after Bernie dropped out. But I look at the polls and stuff.
So that is reading about it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand your angle because it seems like a kind of irrelevant conversation at this point when it's just like, oh yeah, well everything's kind of doomed and it all just sucks. So I'm like, okay, well what are we even talking about then?
Oh, I don't think everything's doomed.
Pardon?
I'm pretty optimistic. Yeah, I'm optimistic.
No, well you're not though, because when you're saying, oh yeah, everything sucks and I guess there's nothing we can do, how is that optimistic?
No,
I agree.
I'm just saying it's going to be hard to do.
Conversation, because then what do I say? Yeah, I think there can be change, but I don't know enough about American politics to be able to explain it to the degree that you can.
There is people on the left want to get rid of the filibuster, but that's a double-bladed sword. Because if they get rid of it, the Republicans will have it. It makes it easier for them to pass things, but at the same time, if they're not in power, it makes it easier for the other side to pass things. That's the whole debate, is whether or not to get rid of the filibuster.
Cool, okay. Interesting. All right.
Because there's also the option where they add more states, where they add in DC and Puerto Rico. That way they'll give them more senators. Because there's like ways to deal with the system. But they need because Mitch McConnell poisoned the system. There used to be more. So Mitch McConnell and Newt Gingrich basically poisoned the whole system and brought it down and brought it to a standstill. The thing is though, people think the Republicans will actually try and work with the Democratic administration, but they won't because they literally weren't paying attention during the Obama years. The opposition literally hates Democrats and all liberals. They'd rather see everyone die.
Literally a melting pot.
Like, people are literally dying because of their bullshit.
Yeah, and that's the main thing that I care about. I don't give a fuck about bureaucracy. It's really annoying. It's really stupid. Really, really annoying. I understand it's important to read about it and understand it, and I do, but I don't like talking about it because at the end of the day, you're right. It's fucking it's not important. It's really stupid bullshit.
Pretty much, exactly.
No, and it's just irritating, like seeing all the.
But if it makes you feel better, the protests and stuff did work because they were going to completely repeal Obamacare and like throw millions of people off their insurance. People were calling and protesting for days on end.
I know. There's been a lot of things because people are calling in days on end doing things.
Yeah. So they were able to flip like a couple of votes to make sure it failed.
Yeah. That's good.
Because there's ways to get around the bureaucracy. There's like little workarounds that are like very specific to things.
That's all it is. It's just fucking putting a Band-Aid on it, you know?
Yeah, because it's not like it was. So during this, there was a lot of Republicans who supported civil rights and were like kind of like in the middle and like sort of. There used to be liberal Republicans and conservative Democrats, but there was a party realignment during the 70s and 80s when the racists in the Democratic Party realized the Democrats weren't gonna support them anymore, and the Republicans did a dog whistle campaign and like stole the white Southerners and put them on their sides, and so all the liberal Republicans sort of left because originally the Republicans did support civil rights and like worked with the Democrats to pass that sort of stuff, but now they're openly hostile to all sorts, to literally anything.
Jesus. It's a fucking mess about it.
Yeah, it's because they want power.
And there's way more shit than up here, you know?
Yeah.
We have a lot of different, hoops and jumps you have to get through to get anything done, but it's such a fucking mess.
Yeah, because our system's not designed for change, like quick change without like populace.
No, it's designed for things to just kind of disappear.
Exactly. That's how slavery was, like, originally. They just like...
That's how the prison system is. It's fucking brutal.
Exactly. The whole war on drugs was made by Nixon to arrest blacks and like other minorities and hippies.
Yeah, that's why the drugs that were prominently used in black communities had a higher sentencing than drugs that were used in white communities. It was a specific attack on minorities.
Exactly. They even admitted to it later.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. His official administration, we purposely target black communities.
Oh my God! That was when Nixon was president? He admitted that?
Yeah. It was after he got impeached. Like, one of his officials admitted it, like, 10 years later.
Holy fuck, why does no one talk about that?
Because it doesn't make the Republicans look good, and the Democrats forget about them.
Oh no, damn it. Fucking brutal. I hate that. Oh my God, I hate everything.
And during the 80s, so the Republicans literally got caught committing voter suppression, and they got sued, and there was a lawsuit for 30 years where they couldn't do any of the shit they do. Because they literally had people with guns pretending to be like poll people, like turning people away, for like poll police and shit, and like turning minorities and stuff away. It was when Reagan was running. They did a bunch of,
Okay, wow, that reminds me of something about this election. In the primary? Can I break?
Go ahead. Yeah.
It reminds me of Kentucky with Charles Booker and that woman. Because there were 6,000 votes that were lost, and then the voting buildings were closed for a long time. And they closed like 5 different voting polls.
Oh yeah, that's very common right now because it's cutting budgets, and then so a lot of states have been cutting their budgets for like voting. Like a lot of the Republican states, to cut like their budget, they've been cutting like voting booths and like polling stations and like polling workers. They're making it.
It was the day of the election. That doesn't make sense though.
Yeah.
you know, and 6,000 votes were lost. Like, there's usually votes that are lost, but that's a really high number.
Yeah, it's not surprising at all because so Kentucky, it's mostly ran by for the governor. So like states like that where the governors have been trying to expand voting rights, they've been getting sued by the legislators to make sure that doesn't happen. And because in a lot of those states, the Republicans appointed judges and the federal judges are being appointed by Trump, they're siding with the Republican legislators to make it harder for people to vote.
Yeah. Fucking dead. Fucking hate that everything is run by money. Bullshit. I hate it.
And you know the crazy thing is, and back in 2010, they realized someone came up with a plan. They realized they only needed about $2 million to flip a bunch of districts and like to flip a bunch of local state races so they could gerrymander the whole country to support them for 10 years until the next.
Oh my God.
And that's why the Republicans have such a high, they have such a large, advantage in, a lot of races, in the House. Where the Democrats need to overperform by, 5 to 10% to win most races, to get the majority.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, the Republicans had a plan to make sure, because they knew they were going to start losing the demographics, so they turned to, bureaucracy.
That's so disturbing. It's really disturbing. Because, it's not quite like that here, and when you're explaining this, it's just I can tune out of this. It's a whole different reality for me. Whenever I read about the states and, American politics and stuff, it's okay, and then I get to close my laptop and then put that aside, pack it up, not think about it. Because that's not my world.
Exactly.
But oh my God, hearing about it is just, it feels like a dystopian fucking world. Especially when you get into Congress and how things work in Congress, it's fucked up.
Yeah, and it's crazy because people expose that stuff and no one talks about it. Or it's on the news for a bit, and people just get away with this sort of stuff.
I know. Well, I saw I don't know if this fucking matters, but there was a really good video I saw with Alexandria Cortez explaining how basically through politically funded campaigns, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want. Basically with money. She kind of explained how if you just have money, you can do whatever the fuck you want, change whatever you want. And I feel like that it's not really common knowledge. And
because back in 2010, there was a Citizen Supreme Court.
Sorry?
So back in 2010, there's Citizen United. That case went to the Supreme Court, and the 5 conservative judges voted to ban. They basically made it legal to make dark money super PACs, where you don't have to report anything and how much people donate, who's donating, and then they can spend unlimited amounts of money they want as long as they don't interfere with the campaigns.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a big thing back in 2010 where Stephen Colbert made a super PAC just to prove how stupid it was that do whatever they want and they can hide who they are and they don't have to tell anyone anything.
Oh my God. People literally argue all the time. I'm gonna go a little off the rails here, but people argue all the time that government subsidized housing or fucking all this bullshit would be terrible, and I'm like, you know what? What's more terrible is having a bunch of private fucking random ass people running the fucking world. That's what's scary.
Yeah, because they literally only look out for themselves and their interests.
They have autonomy, privacy, everything. It's no.
Because if it doesn't affect them directly, they don't really care.
Oh yeah, no. But fuck, it eventually affects them directly. They just don't see it.
That's when they go to their compounds when people come to eat the rich.
I know.
Oh, you should watch this video. I just thought comedy section from Jack Knight explaining why old black people hate young black people. And it's pretty funny.
I'm definitely gonna watch that. What is your opinion on Canadian politics?
To be honest, all I know from Canadian politics is from what I gathered is during. So I was watching videos about this. You guys basically have a similar system, but you run a parliament. But your parliamentary system is different than ours. You guys can actually get more things done quickly.
Yes, there's not as much bullshit bureaucracy in the middle.
Yeah, and then it's mostly like you have the liberals or the conservatives winning, and other parties don't with the major election, but they're more important locally.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah, but and then there's a special party for Quebec. Quebec's
oh my fucking god, the Bloc Québécois, they're fucking dicks. Oh my god, he's that's the party that Daniel Singh called Alain Carrier racist, and then he got kicked out of Parliament for not apologizing.
Because it's conservative YouTuber I'm watching, he was shitting on Quebec because they want special treatment for being French and
literally.
Because even though there's more of other ethnic groups than the French, but French want special
God, they are the most oppressed. If you didn't know, oh my fucking god, it's actually really funny. I don't know if have you been to Quebec?
No.
Okay, so there is strict laws, especially in Ontario, where you have to have everything has to be kind of bilingual.
Yeah.
If you go to McDonald's or Tim Hortons, you have to have a menu offered in French as well as English. That's provincial standards. Is how it is, especially in Ottawa. If you get close to the border, it gets more intense. Every sign, every ad is going to be both. But the second they're fuck the English, and it's only French. They say fuck you. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the dude I was watching, he was literally speak French or use it in day-to-day life.
Pardon me? You cut out there, sorry.
Oh, he was saying most of Canada doesn't speak French in their day-to-day lives.
Oh yeah, well that's the funny thing too. If to find people who only speak French, you have to go to more remote areas.
And the thing is too, he was saying to hold a major office, you need to speak French. So it cuts out a vast majority of regular Canadians.
Yes, it does. Because if you want it, usually and everything entry level is you can do one or the other depending on the department. But if you ever want to get a promotion or go higher up, you have to be bilingual. It's especially when you're working in the government, the federal government. Yeah, at least it's very strict. But luckily for me, I'll have a job because I'm going to be a French English translator, so I can work in the government. And that the department of the past 15 years has increased by over 1,000% in staff. So that'll be good. It's stupid, but at least I'll have. Pardon?
Well, it kind of cut out. It cut out for me, right there. It cut out, in the middle of you saying something.
Oh well, I'm just saying, for me, it's a kind of a good thing because at the federal level, you have to be everything has to be bilingual and translated. And I'm going to be a French to English translator, so luckily for me, that's good because I'll have a job. But for everything else, it's kind of
Oh yeah, exactly.
That they act like they're the most oppressed. They literally do that all the time. Honestly, it's fucking Alberta and Quebec. You just marry each other and just fuck off.
Yeah, and I was reading too. Well, he was saying too that a lot of liberals.
You did cut off there. You said it's.
The liberal section of the liberals of the Canadian government, they rely a lot on the Quebec votes. So they sort of let Quebec do whatever they want.
Oh yeah, basically. Oh well, yeah, because they try to appease them constantly because all they do is fucking whine. It's funny. They whine all the time. They don't want to get anything done. Their party is a goddamn joke. The Bloc Québécois and Jagmeet Singh was conscious. They're fucking so racist. You look at all of Buddy's policies, it's embarrassing. So it's so funny watching them during debates, with all the main party leaders. Because even though NDP doesn't have a lot, they only got 12% voting, which was not bad for it's much bigger than before for the last election. fucking Bloc Québécois has literally nothing, and everyone across the country fucking hates them. So anything he says, it's really funny, and it's funny because even like the major like party leaders ignore him. It's hard. It's only like 4 or 5 people, so it's kind of obvious when they all ignore him. It's really funny. He's such an asshole, and it makes perfect sense that he defended that MP who, Jagmeet Singh called racist. He's like, there's no one racist in our party. That's absurd. I'm like, bitch, are you fucking? Look at yourself. Are you kidding me? Most fucking racist people in the country. And he said so much before. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. Absolute garbage.
Yeah, your system's way different than ours.
That's why it's difficult to navigate. I'm sorry if I got a little frustrated. When we started this, I wasn't sure if we were gonna like dive into just like opinions about the presidency, but then we got like hard into American politics, and like I try my best to like learn about it and read about it, but holy fuck, unless you spend all day, there's so much. It's so much bullshit.
Yeah, most of it doesn't matter. Like everyone's just talking about their ass.
That's the thing, and I feel like that's what a lot of people who are like super centrist do, is they just fucking read the bureaucracy and like read all the fucking garbage and like, oh well, that's what I'm gonna base my opinion on. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but that's literally just a vicious circle of nothing. So
it really is. That's the whole point of the American government.
Yeah, just keep spinning until everything falls apart,
Yeah.
What's happening?
I was also like, I also was watching.
Pardon?
Problem. So like Canada used to have like a massive debt problem or whatever. Your credit was so like you guys fixed it.
Oh yeah,
in like the 90s, yeah.
I fucking can't stand when people fucking whine about that shit. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, America, no one gives a shit.
35 trillion, I think, or 24 trillion.
It's something outrageous. It's because Republicans only care about the deficit when the Democrats want to help the poor.
But that's also here. People only bring up the federal debt when people are asking for like social services, human rights, and I'm like, okay, let's just boil the fuck down. Private debt, everyone having fucking private debt is 1,000 times worse for the economy if you want to talk about it from an economic standpoint than federal debt. It's worse. So like,
the government can just literally raise taxes. And like, there's ways to
figure it out. You can fucking do it. But everyone at the end of the day, everyone having private debt is fucking way worse. So I don't see why using that as a reason why we don't need to invest into social services is relevant at all. I understand when people do that.
My main gripe is why do we need to spend so much in 3 times country?
What, sorry?
What?
You also cut off. Spend so much on
U.S. military. We spend 3 times as much as the next country.
Oh my fucking god. That was actually the first thing that really radicalized me about your guys' budget. And not that I've studied it a lot over the years, but I just remember a few years ago I did look a little hardcore into it, and I saw how much money you guys spent on the military, and it still drives me up the fucking wall. Because like there's so much money. There is so much money to provide everyone with, housing,
healthcare.
There's the pool, like everything 10 times over, but healthcare, but literally it's only selfishness.
And it's funny, because who has government healthcare? Military. You know who has beauty? Military. You know who has free college? The military.
That's actually that's interesting. I read about I was reading *Sapiens* today, and there was a whole section about about the arms race and how it's shaped the world essentially, and basically fucked over everyone except for fucking politicians and people in power.
You want to basically the only way a lot of people can escape poverty because the military will pay. So apparently also in the military too, you get paid more if you're married. So a lot of people just marry like random people they just meet.
Yeah.
And then so after you leave the military, you get free college. You also get like money from the government. Then you get VA backed loans. Then you get healthcare for the rest of your life.
Holy fuck! I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, that's what.
It makes sense though, because we pretty much did the exact same thing in Canada, but it's not as cute of a package because we already have healthcare. So it's just like, you know, yours looks better, but it's like, okay, if everyone had healthcare, it wouldn't be that fucking beautiful, would it?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like here, I almost joined the military, and I was going to get my degree through the Royal Academy, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm only gonna have to serve for 8 years. I will get a full pension, and like allowances, and just there's like a few other awesome benefits, but a lot of monetary compensation, especially since I would have been an officer since I had a degree. But
yeah, fuck the military.
Just join. So stupid. I cannot fucking stand it. It's too much.
All I know is fuck the military.
Well, I don't know what it would take to like have like a change, you know?
Oh, the military, like the Republicans and like they do a lot for the military.
Okay, but like, what? Okay, I'm against having like that much money in the military, anyways. Like,
yeah, me too. Like, there's no reason for it.
Yeah, no, exactly. So like, how do you, based on your knowledge of how things work down there, how do you think that could change?
The only time they ever cut the military is because back in 2011,
yeah,
there was a national. The Republicans didn't want to raise the debt ceiling, so to raise it, they made a deal. If they couldn't find any budgets, anything to cut, everything would get cut across the board, like 20%, including the military, all the social services.
Oh, geez.
And then it was called I forgot what it was called, but it was basically like to force them to actually do something. And you know what happened? They didn't do anything.
Oh, wow. Wow. Jesus, what a surprise. I also hate that a 20% general cut for every sector. That doesn't make any sense. Because some areas are way more funded than others, and a 20% cut in social services is so detrimental. How many people will die? Like, Jesus.
Yeah, so then a couple years later, when Trump was in office, the Republicans was like, we want to raise the military spending back up to where it used to be, and the Democrats like, well, we want to raise everything back up to where it used to be on the service side, and then we're back to where we were before.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. And it's really hard, I guess, to go back and do like a universal, because I understand, like, not on every single level, but I understand the difficulty of like undoing everything and then creating like a new kind of system, especially when oh my god, I've had a glass of wine before. It's really hard to think. Honestly, can we just cut that out? Because I don't know what point I was trying to make. I was thinking
I think you're talking about universal healthcare, like it'd be
right. Privatization. That's kind of where I was going. And it also stems into prisons, because they have so many private companies that are like that provide services, and there's contracts and bullshit, and it's really hard to break out of that. And so how the fuck do you expect a fucking systemic change if everything is fucking contract based and private, and you know, like because if you can't just take that away, because that would be infringing on, you know, rights. And
the government can do whatever the fuck they want. The U.S. government can literally take. It's called eminent domain. The government has like a lot of leeway to do what it wants.
Yeah.
All they have to do is just pass a law, and usually most things the government does is constitutional.
Well, but that's the thing. I love that, you know, just pass a law. Like as if fucking you can't just.
No, they don't even need to pass a law. It's like they do executive orders.
Yeah.
Well, because here's the thing. Most private insurance companies also sell regular other types of insurance. I think. I'd rather people lose jobs than people dying for no reason, dying unnecessary.
Yeah.
And the fact is, I think gun control, if they even restricted it more, it'd save millions of people's lives from suicide. Really important.
God, I do not understand America's fucking obsession with guns.
It's a dick problem.
Honestly, yeah, I boiled it down to it being a fucking just big dick problem. You know, like it. I'm just such a it really bothers me when I have to talk about these things with people, because like I'm such a moral, like, ethical person, and people are like, I need guns because in case someone yells at me, I need to shoot them. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ! Like, you need to protect yourself, bro. Like,
there's no need. Like, also,
Sorry.
I was gonna say also with like America on the right wing side, they like believe one day they're gonna have to overthrow the government themselves. So they stockpile a bunch of weapons. But they forget the government has nuclear weapons. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do against a nuke and a cannon and jets?
This all stems so deep into the fact that the American people do not trust their government. And that's another reason why so many people are really resistant to like being more socialist and having the government kind of control more things, because your government is so fucking fucked.
Here's the thing though. White people don't have a reason not to trust the government. They literally tested black people. They gave black people syphilis to see what effects it would do.
Yeah,
to see the experiment.
They did that. They absolutely fucking did that. They also
there was also eugenics programs where they literally told black women, you need to sterilize yourselves or you won't get food, like get any support social services.
Yeah, that's true. And there's also another thing that I just read about, well, a few weeks ago, about these black women that they were using for like abortion experiments or something.
They use you want to know something crazy? The whole medical system in like all the experiments done on slaves is why modern medicine exists. Yeah.
That's why there's such a like debate about like Holocaust doctors. Like, oh well, they did contribute a lot to science, and I'm like, oh my god, though, like, at what cost? Like,
I know, like a lot of the scientists. So after the Nazis fell, some of the scientists with the Soviet Union and some of America, and they worked for NASA.
Wow.
And like the whole space program was based on Nazi tech, like Nazi tech.
Yeah. Wow. Jesus. But I'm not fucking surprised. I'm slowly getting into learning about the white supremacy issue.
The American nation.
I read about like today about the Washington 1939 Nazi protest. There was like 20,000 people that were. It was like a rally, and then there was 100,000 people outside protesting it. It's crazy. But back to the gun point, because I wanted to ask your opinion about something. Did you see that video of the woman who was getting in her car and like trying to leave, and then these two black women were like kind of like harassing her, and then she pulled a fucking gun on them, and then they got arrested and charged?
I don't like watching those videos because they're depressing.
Yeah. Well, nothing happened. Like she just pulled her gun and threatened them. Yeah. It was terrible to watch, but anyway, people are defending her because they're like, oh my god, if someone was fucking not letting me leave and they were harassing me like that, like of course I'd pull out my gun and like threaten them. Like what the fuck? Of course. I'm like, bro, like when does harassment equal I'm gonna cock my gun and threaten your life? Like that is so.
People go from 0 to 60 real quick.
Pardon? Yeah, literally, like Jesus fucking Christ. And it's just, I feel like really at the end of the day, you just cannot explain morals to people. You cannot explain to them how to think more ethically, because they just assume, oh well, someone's harassing me, I get to kill them. Like what the fuck?
Or if someone looks suspicious, they don't belong here, I'm gonna call the police on them.
Sorry?
Well, like someone doesn't look like they don't belong here, I'm calling the police.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking pissed. Where's Spooky Lou? I don't know. Hi.
Bro, I was gonna say something.
We just banned assault rifles.
They used to be banned, but so you want to know the original assault rifle? You want to know why they passed it and why the NRA was banned? It's because the Black Panthers had an assault.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
So the NRA, the only time they supported an assault rifles.
Yeah.
Like their problem is with black people having guns, so.
Oh yeah, that's like in Georgia there was literally a Confederate fucking like rally, and they all showed up with fucking machine guns.
Guns like the size of children.
Police literally escorted them. They were like, "Oh, it's fine."
Yeah, during the protests for their bullshit to open up the country, they had fucking guns for no fucking reason.
No reason. Oh my god, a lot of those protests were actually paid. And they were
that's not surprising.
Pardon?
That's not surprising at all.
No, I was surprised. I like, because there's been people like protesting and whining about it anyways, and of course America's gonna go fucking protest about their fucking guns and their rights and all their bullshit. But yeah, apparently a lot of those were paid. A lot of them weren't actually as big as people thought they were. It was like maybe like 30 people for a few of them, and they actually linked the paid protests to the Republicans and the Trump administration.
Of course, there's like usually posts on like Craigslist hiring for people to go to Trump.
Wow.
Like before he shows up, there's usually like a post on Craigslist asking for like people to be in the audience and stuff.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's so imagine being that kind of person.
Oh, I'd do it if you paid me enough.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'd do it if you paid me enough.
Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. I wouldn't. I mean, I guess that's not the worst thing. I mean, you know, as long as you're being safe, I guess.
Sure. I wouldn't go to I didn't go to any of the protests, to be honest.
There's worse things. Wait, so you didn't go to any protests?
No. And there's literally one down the street from me.
There's a million reasons why, you know. Why didn't you go if you don't mind me asking?
I didn't want to get shot in the head with a...
Yeah.
I really didn't want to get my shit beat out of me. Like...
That is a fucking perfectly valid reason.
I saw what they did to black people for being peaceful.
Literally.
They fucking sent the dogs out 40 years ago. Why would they change?
Oh my god, I saw a few videos of cops pinning, like, you know, black men down and just having their dogs like tear into their fucking arms, and I was like, and oh my god, I have so many issues with that, like, because you can call your fucking dog off. If they're fucking a canine unit trained dog, you can call them off whenever you want, but they didn't for a reason, and it was so So no, I went to the Ottawa protest because, and even though there was a lot of like warnings about going to protest because the people who were setting it up weren't, I guess, really well known, and then they also contacted the city about they're doing the protest, and the police were also there, and people didn't like that, and I'm like, okay, you need to consider a few things before you just decide that you're not going to go to this protest, because first of all, the ones in the States are being set up literally overnight. So that's not even a really good argument. You know, we're not going because it's not set up perfectly. Bitch, it was set up like a week prior, more than a week prior to the actual protest. And they ended up debunking a lot of the myths. And if anything, having the city aware of it is better, in my opinion, because you can predict more of what's going to happen. Plus, it's the nation's capital. We're used to protests all the time. I go to the Women's March every single year. When I went to the protest, there weren't really any places boarded up. Like, it was extremely minimal police presence. But I had a lot of friends telling me not to go because they were worried it was going to get violent. And I'm like, if it does get violent, I'm a fucking white chick. Like, what the fuck, you know? If it's better if I am there and I potentially get hurt or arrested or something than I'm a visible minority who is going to experience that, like, the whole system extremely worse than me. So I don't fucking care. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show my support.
Plus, too, they care more if something happens.
Pardon me?
They care more if something happens to a white lady.
Oh, exactly. You know, I'm trying to be careful about how I word it, but literally, that's fucking how it is. I'm like, nothing's gonna fucking happen to a little 23-year-old fucking white girl who goes to university. Like, I'm fucking fine. But there's a lot of people who aren't fine, so I will use myself as a shield if I can in any way. Not that I was anticipating, you know, any violence. There absolutely was not. It's all.
It was literally, there's 2 days ago, some people have been protesting on the highway.
Yeah.
And so the cops and stuff blocked off the highway, and this dude got around the blockade and ran two people, was going full speed and ran into the crowd.
Yeah, she died. One of them died.
Yeah, they went flying several meters.
Oh my god, I know, it was fucking horrendous. And people were like, well, they were in the way, and I'm like, dude, it was close.
Yeah.
Close.
He went around the cops.
He went around them. I don't think they were cops, but he went around a fucking blockade of cars and ran into two people and fucking continued to drive away. That's another thing too. He continued to keep driving.
Yeah, the mayor literally said the city block off.
Pardon?
the city blocked off the ramps to get onto the streets, so there was no way for him to get on there.
Wow.
And there was actually like cops doing the blockade.
Oh, okay. Wow.
The city like made sure no one was going on that highway.
Yeah.
The dude had to go find his own way to get on the highway.
Because I know the protesters were blocking it off for a while. Oh my god, and then they cleared the autonomous zone.
Well, that's not surprising.
No, it was only I was surprised it took that long.
It really is. I'm surprised it did. I'm surprised they didn't go in there day one.
Yeah, me too. I probably let it last that long. It's because I remember Trump tweeting about it, saying he was gonna kick them all out soon, but it took over a week. Well over a week, probably like 2.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Until it finally happened, but I don't know why it took that long.
I guess they don't want to look bad.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that would make sense. Very, very sneaky.
Yeah, because everyone's like paying attention right now. Was paying attention.
Yeah, they are. I love all the fucking whiny cops. Everyone's watching me do my job wrong. Oh, it's almost like you're not trained. I don't know what in every state what the
what pisses me off is they turn their cameras off.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they fucking do.
And that the whole point is they got the cameras because of years ago.
Did you Oh, I have 2 points I want to make. One is about Elijah McClain, because oh my fuck. And also, I'm not sure what the standards are for becoming a cop in the States, but in Canada, or at least Ontario, it's only 6 months of the academy, and then 5.
I think it's less than that.
It's also 6 months? Or is
it's
there...
less than 6 months. It's less than that. It's like 6 weeks.
Holy fuck, yeah.
Let me look it up real quick. I know it was, that's the cops on all the time.
I don't know why people put their fucking faith so much. But anyway, in these
The cops in my town go around playing Pokemon Go all day.
Pardon?
The cops in my town go around playing Pokemon Go all day. Yeah, to be fair, I live in a super white town. Like, nothing happens.
But anyway,
the average... Okay, to become a police, it takes 100 days.
That's it?
Yes. 90 to 100 days.
And that's in what state?
Arizona.
Jesus Christ, that's so fucking embarrassing. And I thought our standard.
You only need to pass a written test with 70%. At least. You need a C to get in.
Yeah, see, I knew that our standards were already so low, but I'm sorry, I knew that I had a very strong impression that the standards in the States were going to be even lower. So I want to say I'm not surprised at hearing that, but I'm still sickened by hearing that. Yeah,
the academy is a 20-week course.
Interesting. Fucking pathetic. But
you get paid $23 an hour to go to the academy.
Pardon me?
You get $23 an hour to go to the academy.
Wow, imagine, Jesus fucking Christ. It's like anyone can do it, Jesus fucking Christ. But anyway, back to the body cams. I don't know if you saw or heard about the Elijah McClain video, but you could literally hear one of the guys saying, "Move your camera."
Oh, of course, like there's no reason for them to arrest him or like pin that kid down.
Literally, also before that, when the fucking 2 other cops lost their fucking cameras, I watched the video and they literally grabbed their cameras and just gently put them into the grass. 2 of them. They just put them down in the grass and then walked away, and then 2 seconds later, the last one who was wearing a camera was told to move his camera so that they all just conveniently didn't lose their camera. And then you could just hear the scuffle, and I was like, "Are you their fucking cameras, you piece of shit?" And then hearing them at the end of the video, when they were scrambling around, fucking looking for, "Oh, there it is. Oh, very convenient." I'm like, "Oh my god, they put on a whole fucking show."
Oh, it reminds me of in Baltimore, there was like these cops who shot some dude and they put drugs on him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll do anything to create causation. So
they straight up lie.
Anything. There's a video of in the protest where they literally shoved a fucking gun into this guy's hand who's being pinned onto the ground, so then they fucking beat him up. I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ.
It reminds me of the old Dave Chappelle. Like Dave Chappelle had a stand-up where he's like, he's like, we've been telling people white people are fucking 50. Now you guys believe us? And like, did you guys think it was an accident? Everyone getting shot and there was sprinkled with crack on them.
Oh my god, literally. You know what my favorite argument that people have is against, police violence against black people?
What?
Hey, well, cops kill white people too, and actually they kill more white people than black people per capita. And I'm like, first of all, why is that? Why?
You know what's crazy?
Are you not upset at all? Like, what the fuck?
Even then, you know what's crazy? They kill like 40% of white people. White people make up 70% of the population, and
that
they
is
kill 30.
That is the point, because you're supposed to look at more than just one fucking number. You're supposed to compare it, especially in per capita, in regards to the population. Because if you look at that, that is where you realize where minorities are grossly overrepresented in the criminal justice system.
Yeah, like, so black people are shot like 30% of the time, but make up 13% of the population.
Yes. Okay, this is where I'm gonna pull up my bullshit, because I did a lot of investigating into the Toronto Police Department with this shit, because we don't have a really big black population in Canada. It's like...
It's mostly former slaves who escaped to Canada.
Oh yeah, there's really not much, but even though...
Oh, that reminds me too, there was one of your leaders who was like trying to get more immigrants in, and so he made like posts and stuff and like newspaper articles saying, "Oh, black people can't live in Canada. You guys will die. It's too cold. Don't come to Canada."
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
That was during the 19 like he was trying to get like Europeans to come to Canada, but all the other minorities like, "Don't come to Canada. We don't want you."
Wow. Well, fuck off. I think that. I say when people say that Canada doesn't have racism, I'm like, bro, you're not reading about it if you don't fucking know about it.
I think people just like to ignore it because everyone thinks Canada's super.
And compared to the States where the numbers are just bigger, you know?
Yeah, because there are only like a couple million people in Canada and there's hundreds of million people in America.
Yeah. There's like, I think 35 million in Canada, 36 million, and then in the States there's over 300 million. And there's a larger black population, there's a larger indigenous population. So it appears to be a bigger issue, but I'm like, okay, if you look at the percentages, like we still have the very same issues. You know, to be a smaller population does not mean they're fucking not marginalized and fucking treated like...
We have very similar history.
Yeah, we do. It's interesting.
You guys exterminated your population, we exterminated ours.
Can I tell you a fun fact about Toronto Department?
Go ahead.
In 2016, black people made up less than 10% of the Toronto population, specifically 8.8. But between 2013 and 2017, they made up 70% of police shootings that resulted in death. 70%, but they're less than 10% of the population. And that's why it bugs me when people don't use numbers, right? Because those are the numbers that fucking matter, you know?
It really does. Like, they don't have any context to it at all.
Yeah, when you look, and it's so weird because I learned something today. I learned that our like across Canada, the amount of Indigenous officers is actually proportionate to the Indigenous population. It's about 5%. But Indigenous people are also the most overrepresented in the criminal justice system in Canada on every level. Like 4 times, black person, 2 times more than a black person. Like it's fucked. It's very fucked. Weird.
Oh, you should hear about Native Americans in America.
I don't even want to because it's fucking scary. Not that it's fucking not good at all.
So like basically the reservations are...
Pardon?
So the reservations in America are like their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like talking to like natives in like real life, they're like, oh, there's no running water in the reservations.
Oh, literally. Yeah.
It's like a third world country, and then like so a lot of abuse and stuff goes away so like a lot of rape and like crimes and they don't let persecute people at all. They just let people just slide.
Yeah,
they let people just get away with whatever, and like if the cops try to arrest someone who's like they can't arrest anyone, and then reservations because the reservations have their own like separate system.
Yeah, good.
No, apparently they're super corrupt and stuff though.
Oh,
just like everyone else. Yeah.
Great. Fuck.
Yeah. They have like their
You would hope that
some
relief, you know, but also you have to live on the reserve, and that's not a fucking good option for most people.
Yeah. Apparently, crime and like alcoholism is like a super bad problem there, and it's just a horrible place to live.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
unless you have a casino.
Can't blame them. Can't fucking blame them.
Yeah, because like some reservations gave up their like certain rights to have a casino, and everyone on the reservation gets money from the casino.
Yeah, there's the Mississauga tribe near on Scugog Island, where I'm from. They have the Great Blue Heron Casino, and that basically runs everything.
Yeah, because like it makes a lot of them really rich.
Oh yeah, totally. It's unfortunate that has to be the industry that they have to rely on for that. Oh my god, I feel like I have so many good points about this, but I just they're not.
You can't organize your thoughts
in my head, and I'm really sad about that because I had a lot of really good points about this. In regards also to like my roommate was telling me about genetics and like indigenous people and how they've been predisposed to a lot of like issues and alcoholism and stuff that genuinely is harder to control. And you know, I'm probably not wording it right, but like it's a bigger issue than people think.
Oh, like some people are genetically predispositioned to have like an addiction.
I'm not gonna get too far into it just because like my first one is I couldn't even explain it properly. I had something interesting though that I wanted to share because I was looking at the rates of basically what determines reoffending and reconviction in Ontario, and it's really interesting. If you want me to explain a little bit.
Go ahead.
Okay. So basically, to get reconvicted in Ontario, let me just pull it up. God damn it, I'll just look it up. It's really easy. So basically in Ontario, when they have like a system they use to assess the risk in someone who just served time, and they kind of use that as like a scale to determine the likelihood that you're going to reoffend. But what they use to determine that is strictly social factors, which obviously makes sense. But if at the same time, it's like, okay, if you just improved social services, then you would prevent people reoffending, because the main factors that cause people to reoffend are substance abuse, employment issues, family marital issues, antisocial behavior, antisocial personality, attitudes, peers, all these stuff. And okay, and with this, people who are high risk are like 60% more likely to be like to have to go back to fucking prison and reoffend. And I'm like, whoa, you just fucking put money in health services. You literally prevent you prevent all this crime. You prevent reconviction rates. How does that not make sense?
Because they don't make money from doing that?
Oh, exactly. It's you know, and I hate that I have to like ask that question and that's the obvious answer. Oh yeah, well they have to put money. I'm like,
no, I'm saying they don't like. That's why they're like they don't make money.
Of course that's why, and of course they can't. Yeah. That's why they give you a stupid fucking template answer. You know, whenever you ask those questions, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like, what is the point of this?
I don't know, this is the darkest timeline.
Pardon?
It's the darkest timeline.
Spooky. It's hard to articulate how fucked up it is. Especially like right now. I feel like I'm not articulating it properly. My brain's not really working.
Well, you know something though? It's actually the best time.
Pardon?
It's the best time to be alive in human history though.
I'm very glad I'm alive right now because I want to fucking see what's gonna happen.
Like at any point in human history, this is.
That's why? Because I'm sure there's lots of other points that would have been interesting to witness.
No, it's because just how medicine is right now. Because before you had to deal with like for the longest time you had to deal with people randomly coming, raiding and murdering people, and like robbing you. Like you can't go anywhere at night without someone probably gonna murder you, rob you, or rape you. For the most of human history.
Yeah.
And then the fact traveling was so long and you're more likely to die on your way there than anything. And most people were either serfs in Europe or slaves in other parts of the world. Like,
oh my god, yeah, the Russians had serfdom for so long. It's embarrassing. I'm pretty sure the only reason they got rid of it was because they were fucking just embarrassed because everyone else was so fucking ahead of them.
I think it wasn't until like 1900, like one or something.
It was like fucking late. It was so late. It was way past everyone else. And it was like, you're so medieval. Like, they're still in medieval times. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'd rather be alive right now than any other point in history, to be honest.
I'm very happy to be alive. I also like that there's a massive influx of information. And that information is significantly smarter than like previous generations.
Because before it was a very small number of people controlling the amount of information everyone had.
Yeah. And now there's also personal accountability. You have to have a better idea of knowing what you're talking about because anyone can hack you.
It's a double-edged sword though, because since anyone
Pardon me?
Since anyone can say anything, there's a lot of stupid shit people say, like all the conspiracies.
Absolutely, and there's a million different resources for information that can be completely incorrect. Your job as a consumer of information is to be able to process it and be able to figure out if it's biased or not, and if it's factual. That's a fucking skill. That's not what a lot of people have. That's why you have to like fucking like go to university and acquire that, or just have that kind of brain, which a lot of people just can't really have naturally. It has to be a little more trained. You know?
Oh,
I'm
like a lot of
mad about the underfunded education system because I feel like if everyone had more education, then it would be.
Here's the thing, you would think that, but at the same time, like some stuff, I think it'd be, it's kind of. Sometimes just throwing money at the problem. Like my problem, they're throwing money into private schools. Instead of like trying to like fund the public schools and like they're taking money away from public schools to give to private schools and make those things. And the thing is that, like most private schools are religious schools.
Yeah.
And like I was reading up like a year or two ago. What were they called again? They're not public or private, but they're the one in between.
I'm not sure.
Charter schools. There we go.
They're what?
So they're charter schools.
Oh.
So it's a thing in America. They're stupid. It's like a public school. It's also like it's like a private school, but also like a public school, where it's like owned by someone else, and like it's basically like a cheap private school, but they're really shitty.
Oh,
people want to do worse.
On Google.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's partially government funded. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, kind of. Yeah, but they're like private entities. But apparently, people would do way worse on national tests. Have lower, at charter schools.
Wow.
They do worse on tests. They do worse at like generally everything, and they're like less knowledgeable in like general going to charter schools.
Why?
Because it's just how they're run. They're run to just take money from the government, basically.
That's interesting. Kita, go lay down. I don't know what's wrong with you. My dog's being so fucking weird.
She just wants attention.
She wants attention constantly. And I'm like, I'm not down. It's too much. Sorry, you need to be a little more independent. Understand what's going on. Oh, I need to go soon because I need to make some dins. And I gotta walk.
All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. Fuck. Well,
What?
I have to make an ad later.
An ad for what?
Yeah, for the podcast because there's like
Yeah.
so I set up. I got an email that's all like an affiliate. So I can shove it in the podcast.
Yeah.
Some people stuff.
Yeah, sure. That's awesome. How about for next time we cover a more specific like area?
Probably.
Like beforehand.
You know, we've been talking for like an hour and a half, and
Pardon?
we were talking for like an hour and a half.
I know, but it was good. I didn't even feel like it. I don't even.
What was I gonna say? Fuck, I don't remember.
Okay, it's okay. Let me just look at my little Google Doc and we'll give you a little fun fact. Oh, here's something I just want to say to you. Did you know that this is actually also the same in the States? The number is similar, but 60% of the people who are in prison right now in Canada are really innocent. They're just waiting for trial.
Oh yeah, because of bail.
Yeah, and
they can't afford bail.
I haven't looked into I just started looking into that in regards to the American system as well, which I know is worse. But I just was shocked at that because like 60% for Canada is a lot. Like holy fuck. But I just today downloaded a decade worth of bail research for New York, and I'm just gonna go through that.
Good luck with that, because like I can tell you right now, most people can't afford it. So they stay in jail and lose their jobs. And making their lives even worse.
And even when the bail is lower, like a $500 minimum based on income, it's a lot of people still can afford that.
Yeah, because like $500 is a lot of money.
Yeah, that's rent. That is life or death for a lot of people. That is being on the street or not, you know.
And then they go to jail and they lose their jobs, like.
Totally, exactly. And if you can't afford your bail and you're in jail, this is at least for Canada the numbers. You are twice as likely to be convicted if you just can't make your bail and are just stuck in jail, because the jury is way more likely to convict you, because you just appear to be a prisoner. So it's already fucking so biased. If you're Black or Indigenous, you're on top of that 3 or 4 times more likely to be convicted. On top of that.
Yeah, it's very important. I've like in like a lot of when you're going like to make sure that the defendant's not wearing like are associated with jail. Just full like. Oh, and fun fact, in Japan, it's illegal to show.
Pardon me?
Fun fact, in Japan, it's illegal to show people in handcuffs because it implies guilt.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. All right, and with that, I'm gonna go because I gotta pee and I gotta do my cooking.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye. Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks for chatting. Bye.
Bye.